Alright you guys, so I just picked up this 1997 Honda Magna, and my challenge is going to be to see if I can flip this bike within just a couple of days. Hey, buenos dias, ¿qué onda? ¿Qué pasó, you guys? John's Moto Garage. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are finally doing part 3 of the YouTube Moto Flip Project. I'm going to go over what it is, what the third bike is that we purchased, how much I paid for it, how much I ended up selling it for. Stay tuned because it was a ended up being a huge headache, the whole ordeal. But stay tuned to find out what our new budget is now for this project. And if you're new and don't know what it is, not to fear, I will get you guys all up to speed. So let's hit it up. For starters though, I gotta say, check it out. I'm on a work trip in Las Vegas. It is for work, not really for pleasure, but look at this freaking view. Is that not pretty dang awesome? All right, so to get you guys all up to speed, the YouTube Moto Flip Project, basically it's where I take a budget of $2,000 to $3,000, buy a cheap entry-level bike and try to trade our way up to our dream motorcycle. The first bike I purchased was a 2010 Triumph Thunderbird. Only paid $2,500. Absolute beautiful motorcycle, steal of a deal. Sold that bike for $4,250. After that, I went and bought a Yamaha Striker for $3,100. Sold that bike for $4,200. That put our new budget at $5,350. We more than doubled our cash within just a couple of weeks. So now we had a budget of $5,350, burning a hole in my pocket. Cool thing is, you don't have to spend that much on a bike. You can buy a cheaper motorcycle. And now that we have a little bit more cash, you could even maybe buy 2 motorcycles if you get the right deals. And that's what I was trying to do. So I went out and found a Honda Magna, 1997 Honda Magna, a bike I'd never ridden before, but I'd heard great things about. Check out the video. Here's where I go out and look at the bike. I almost didn't buy it. And stay tuned to see what I paid and everything else. The Honda Magna, you guys, let's check it. What up, you guys? We're heading out to look at a Honda Magna, like the ultimate muscle bike. Shout out to Slimeball Nation. They sent me out some dope gear and sweatshirt and shirts and all that stuff. You can hit them up, Slimeball_Nation on Instagram. Check out their website for all this rad swag. All right, you guys, here we are, John's Moto Garage. We are sitting atop a 1997 Honda Magna. It's a 750cc 4-cylinder V4. And I gotta say, man, as soon as I threw a leg over this, I was like, ooh, I feel right at home on this thing. I mean, it definitely has more of a sport bike feel to the throttle and acceleration, unlike your V-twin cruisers that have a lot of that real low end torquey feel to them. This one feels a lot more like it revs higher. Oh, you got a little bit of speed wobble going on there. That seems to be a classic on some of these old bikes. I like the handling on this thing. I really like the handling on this thing. It just feels very nimble. Wow. Yeah, you see it goes up to, red lines at 10,000 RPM, so a lot higher revving engine than a lot of your, like I said, typical V-twin cruisers. This is my first experience ever on one of these motorcycles. I honestly haven't done a lot of research. I've just always had people recommend them, and everybody tells me, dude, the VMAX is the muscle bike, man. That's where it's at. It's between, this and, the Magna and the VMAX. Yeah, this actually seems like a very fun cruiser. I can see what all the hype's about. Just this short ride, I'm already like, dang, this thing's cool, dude. So anyway, this bike, as you can see, is a lot older than most of the bikes I typically look at on the channel. The condition is in line with the age. You can tell it's got 23, almost 24,000 miles on it. It's gonna need newer tires. You got that kind of speed wobble thing going on. So part of looking at this bike is for the YouTube Moto Flip Project, but also people have just always recommended this bike to me, and I've just, I kind of want to try it out. Man, fun bike, dude. Fun bike for sure. Yeah, it is crazy, man. It's like cruisers went backwards in time, because this is a 97 and the handling is superior, the performance is superior. There's so many things about this bike just from this short ride that seem far superior than your Honda Shadow 750 or Suzuki Boulevard 800, and it's like we're going backwards in time here, man. So it seems to be in solid operating condition. So yeah, it's just going to come down to the price point. So if the price is right, I'd be willing to pick this up. Let me know below, what do you guys think of the Honda Magna? It's definitely quiet. It'd be nice to throw some exhaust on it. like, it feels powerful, but it doesn't feel over the top like the VMAX. The VMAX just felt stupid. This feels like a more manageable amount of power that one could enjoy and not be afraid of. So in that regard, I actually think it's better than the VMAX, but you know, different strokes for different folks. Oh, all right, so that was the Honda Magna. Like I said, I almost didn't buy the motorcycle. I looked at it, it was kind of rough around the edges, but it ran great. I knew it was gonna need tires and stuff, but the price seemed like it was right. So the dude originally was asking like 2,200 bucks. It was listed for a little while. I ended up offering him, I ended up paying $1,800 for the motorcycle. And I actually left and then thought about it and came back and was like, all right, dude, I'll take it. I decided to list the bike for 2,400 bucks. And of course I went, took nice photos of it, like all that stuff that I typically do. I always try to be transparent in the post. So I just said, hey, you know, it's gonna need new tires, you know, whatever, detailed how the motorcycle condition is. So I ended up having lots of people interested in the bike. I had one guy who was basically like, hey, it's a sure deal. As long as the bike checks out, I'll buy it. But he couldn't come till that weekend. And I think like the Friday before, I had another guy hit me up. He said, hey, can I look at the motorcycle? I said, I got a guy interested, but no deposit yet. He's like, all right, if I bring 500 cash today, will you hold it? And then I'll bring the rest of the funds tomorrow. I said, yeah, that's fine. So he came out, looked at it, gave me the $500 cash. And I'm thinking at this point, dang, dude, this is like, what, 3 days? You know, 3 days having this motorcycle. Next day comes along and he messages me. He said, hey, I had a check that's supposed to clear, hasn't cleared yet. And I said, when do you think the funds will be available? He said, tomorrow or the next day. And it was over the weekend, so I thought, yeah, probably by Tuesday we'll have the funds. I said, not a big deal, just keep me posted. Tuesday comes along, still no cash. Wednesday comes along, no cash. Thursday, Friday, you get the idea. The dude was keeping me posted, but basically he had this big check that was supposed to clear and the bank showed it was processed, but it wasn't. That's long story short. What was supposed to be a quick 2, 3, 4 day sale ended up taking about 3 to 4 weeks. But finally, he did show up with the funds. His check finally cleared, and he brought the cash and took the motorcycle off my hands. So that was the debacle. I paid 1,800 bucks for it, sold it for $2,400, so we made $600. So we started with $2,500. Now we're sitting at 5,950 bucks in about a month and a half now. So we more than doubled. We've nearly tripled, not quite tripled, but nearly tripled the dinero thus far. And of course we're talking gross numbers here just for sake of simplicity. But yeah, there you have it with the Honda Magna. Really cool motorcycle, a little bit more headache than I was hoping for, just all things considered with the bike, but it was cool to have that. And because I only had $1,800 tied up with that, I had enough funds to get a second motorcycle, which I actually did. So stay tuned to see what that other bike was. And I've actually already sold that other bike as well. Videos to come on that. But yeah, there you have it. That's the latest update on the YouTube Moto Flip Project. Stay tuned. I will do more ride review videos on that Honda Magna, just talking about my overall thoughts and impressions of the bike. Really cool motorcycle. I like it a lot. Like and subscribe if you dig it. Drop a comment below. You can hit me on Instagram at John's Moto Garage. I appreciate all the support. Huge shout out to the Patreons, those who support the channel through Patreon, and just to everybody who checks out the channel. I appreciate it. I'm in Vegas, like I said, on work. I am missing the motorcycles. I'm missing the family. I still got about 5 weeks out here, so you know, time is just chipping away. But we'll get back to business soon. Until then, just enjoy these videos on the channel. We'll catch you next time. Adios, nos vemos.